Welcome to the SEO.co Search Engine Optimization Podcast. Digital marketing essentials and next level tactics. From offsite and on-site optimization to persuasive selling and everything in between. You'll learn actionable tips on what it takes to outright and outrank your competition. Now, here's your host, Timothy Carter.
Thanks for joining me on the podcast. Today we're going to talk about Google Analytics for link building ROI. We'll talk about the basics. So, in our previous episode, we talked about the big picture of a link building ROI. And so we're going to turn our attention to the value your links are bringing to your campaign. So remember, this is more than just about search engine rankings, though it's about search engine rankings as well. One of the best tools for this job is Google Analytics. Not only is it incredibly robust and easy to learn, but it's also free. If you haven't set up Google Analytics for your site yet, you'll need to do it. Head to the admin section and click Create Property. Follow the steps and you'll receive a snippet of code you can install on the back end of your site. After that, you can start tracking information about your website's performance. So, which metrics should you be tracking? Well, Google Analytics has an intimidating number of capabilities, but once you begin to experiment, you should be able to learn them in short order. Let's start with the Acquisition tab. On the left side menu, you can click Acquisition, and you'll land on an overview page that will break down how your site is attracting new traffic. There are a few categories that are relevant to your link building strategy. First is organic traffic, and that's the traffic you've attracted from the search results. In other words, if you rank in the top 10 search results for a smattering of different keywords, resulting in 10,000 impressions and 3,000 clicks through to your site, you'll be considered to have 3,000 organic visitors. While organic traffic is a byproduct of all your SEO efforts, including your attention to on-site content and website technical factors, link building is arguably the largest driving force behind these numbers. Then there's referral traffic, and referral traffic is generated by your outstanding links themselves. Each link pointing back to your site is fully functional, meaning readers can choose to click through your site directly. If they do, they'll be considered as part of that referral channel. And then there's social traffic. Though not a direct byproduct of your link building efforts, it's also worth considering social traffic as a part of your campaign. If one of your offsite pieces of content gets, heavily shared and discussed on social media, it could result in a surge of traffic from that channel. So this is worth considering in your analysis of ROI. You'll want to analyze, these sources of traffic in a few different ways. First, pay attention to how these categories compare to each other. There's a pie chart on the left by default, and that will tell you the percentage of visitors from each segment. You can also click each category name to bring up a more detailed breakdown, of where this traffic is coming from. For example, in the referral section, you'll be able to see the number of users visiting from each of your referring domains. You'll also be able to see which landing pages those users went to. In the social section, you'll see how many visitors each social media platform was responsible for. The organic section is more opaque, though. Most of your traffic will be from a keyword that's quote-unquote not provided. If you want more details about your search engine rankings and organic traffic, you'll need a different tool to do it. Of course, traffic isn't everything, as we've already established. You'll also want to take a look at several additional metrics, which should be available in each individual channel breakdown. And you can view this info from a high level in the Behavior tab on the left side. However, you choose to access them, you'll want to take a look at the following user behavior metrics. First is goal completions. Goals are actions you want your users to take. For most websites, this means filling out a form or completing a purchase. You can create a new goal by heading to the admin menu, then clicking goals in the view column. From there, you can click New Goal and follow the prompts. I suggest using an existing goal template if you're not sure what you're doing. And then under the Conversions tab in the left-hand menu, you can click on the Goals submenu and then click Overview to see how your goals are performing overall. You should also be able to see your goal completion rate for each segment of traffic. And this is highly useful in determining the real value of each segment of traffic you receive. For example, let's say you have 500 people per month coming from a single link you built on a high-profile publisher with a goal completion rate of 2%. And this is 10 leads per month generated by a single link. After calculating your close rate and the average value of a customer, you can easily figure out the ROI of this particular link. Another behavior would be average time spent on page. It's a good idea to look at the average time spent on each page for each of these channels. As the name suggests, this figure tells you how long someone spends on this page before clicking to a different page or leaving your site entirely. A longer period of time here suggests that your content may be especially engaging, which is a good thing for your brand. In the organic segment, a long average time spent on page means you're giving search users what they're looking for. In the referral segment, it means you've both offered strong on-site content and a highly relevant off-site link to lead people to that page. Another one to take a look at is your bounce rate or your exit rate. Check the bounce rate and exit rate as well. These can marginally affect your search engine rankings, but more importantly, they're a signal of the value of your traffic. If all your visitors are bouncing or exiting from a given source, it means your link isn't doing its job or your content isn't doing its job in some way. So note the exit rate and the bounce rate are different metrics. A bounce refers to a user who visits this page and immediately leaves. An exit, by contrast, refers to anyone who left your site after visiting this page, implying they could have visited multiple pages before reaching this final page. And the last one we'll talk about is the percentage of new visits. Make sure you check the percentage of new visits as well. For most brands, new visits are more valuable than recurring visits since it represents exposure to new audiences. If you're getting a lot of traffic from one of your links, but the percentage of new visits is low, it means you're not generating much additional value. Instead, the same people are clicking your link multiple times, resulting in the measurement of multiple visits. So as we wrap this up, together these metrics should give you good perspective on the performance of your link building campaign. How many people are visiting, how long are they staying, whether they're converting. But we can also dig a bit deeper with the help of advanced segments, which we'll cover in our next episode. If you need help on acquiring links to your site or building quality content for your on-page, come on over to SEO.co and schedule a time to have a free consultation. Learn how we can help you scale your ability to outright and outrank your competition.
Thank you for joining us on the SEO.co podcast. We appreciate your time. Be sure to rate, review, and subscribe to the show and visit SEO.co for more resources based on today's topic, as well as access to more podcast episodes to help you improve your site's long-term SEO success.